Hey, I've got one real, folks. These are our missionaries from North London, in a place where we're planning our second church.
Yeah.
Or third? Second church,
three.
and you're looking at a third.
No, we've done three. So Silver Street Community Church 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then Turkey Street Community Church.
Street.
And then High Barnet Baptist Church.
That's right. Yeah. That's the third one. I keep forgetting that one. So we're excited they're here. It's Missions Week. We've got a bunch of folks from literally all over the world that are going to be through these doors this week. So I hope you've got a schedule. If not, you can get on the app and go to events, and you can see all of that information because there's stuff planned. I hope y'all get a rest.
We do. I think there's some
this week. It's some We'll let y'all sleep 10 minutes to sleep right here. And,
that's right.
You know, 5 minutes to eat. So,
like our siestas in North America.
But I've got to ask a question. I read 2 or 3 days ago where the Church of England has voted to stop doing homosexual marriages.
I think they've stopped the blessings thing, haven't it? It's the blessings of them. So,
okay. And the pretty strong vote.
Yeah, very strong vote.
It was a really strong vote. And I'm shocked.
Talk about why you're shocked, just for anybody that doesn't know the context of that decision.
I just would not think that England would, that the Anglican Church, I don't mean England, but the Anglican Church would reverse that after 9 years of doing it. They've reversed it. Maybe they've come to their senses. Maybe they've actually read their Bible a little bit at this point. Or
I'd love to be that optimistic.
Slow it down.
Slow it down. Yeah.
Well, I was. Here's one Yank that was over, and I call myself a Yank. Here's one Southerner from America that was just stunned when I read that.
Yeah. Well, and it's a huge victory. I mean, for a lot of, we have some really close friends in the Church of England who are teaching the Bible faithfully, preaching Christ, preaching the gospel. And for those guys, they've been praying for a long time for this decision to be reversed. And so I think, whether it's a complete stop or whether it's just they recognize it's more of a political thing at the top level of this is going to pull the church apart. I don't know. I can't answer that question. That's too big for me. But what I do know, though, is it is a small victory for biblical Christians.
You know, we do get impressions and we lay it on a whole group of people. And so, and I admit I do that as well. I'm as human as anybody else. And you just kind of think, well, everybody in England is just liberal. But they're not. And there are great Christians there, like you guys. And there are more of your ranks in your ranks than I ever thought, and I was so encouraged when I came over and talked. When was that? Was it this year? Was that this year?
Tail end of last year.
Last year, yeah, back in September, October last year. To see such, really great young men who were picking the Bible up and willing to sacrifice, because you guys could be living in London making more money, I know, and yet y'all have sacrificed. Your family is sacrificing. You live in a difficult part of the city, and you're doing it all for the cause of Christ.
Amen.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, sure. Well, we are currently 7 churches, which have all been planted or revitalized out of one church over the last 17 years. So that's really what we've been up to, which has been really exciting. And we're just seeing God do some really cool stuff, aren't we? So particularly Gareth is at Turkey Street. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's happened there over the last year?
Yeah, so we're a year and a half in. So excited to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. This is when you came over in September. And really just getting to know our community. And you may have heard something about this quiet revival that's going on in England.
Yes.
There's just this slow undertone of the gospel, and people are just coming in off the street. They just want to know about Jesus. And that's the same at Turkey Street. So even just this last couple of weeks, we've had a guy come in who just wanted to know more about Jesus, become a Christian, wants to be baptized, wants to become a member of our church. Wow. So that is happening more and more across the partnership with churches.
Well, we've got a guy here who goes and lays out and plans and prepares the Franklin festivals that have been held there. And, he'll give us little bits of information. Those things are extremely well attended. People are making decisions at those, and we begin to hear little bits about the church and how things are happening. Now that excites me because across the pond, we generally follow, we lag behind a little bit, but we generally follow the direction that you guys are going.
Yeah.
And especially in the church, so it leads me to believe revival breaking out in England is going to catch hold here. And it is, in a lot of ways, a lot of Gen Z are coming to church, involved in the church, involved in the gospel, and men's ministry is huge right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about in England?
Yeah, it's I think we certainly see younger men coming to church. So if I say that the sort of our taste of the quiet revival has been young guys just coming into church and just looking for something. That's what they come in and say. Well, we're looking for something. We want to find out about Jesus. So I think we could probably lean heavier into men's ministry. I think there's more that we could be doing around that.
Well, that may be something we could come and help you with and do that. Well, that's great. Kirkwood, do y'all have ministers of music?
We do.
You do. Do they sing? Do they sing
as well as
like
Kirkwood?
45, 50 minutes and give the preacher 10 minutes to preach?
No.
They're not quite as good looking.
Kirkwood doesn't do
He was
Kirkwood doesn't
actually
do that.
silently disappointed that you already have ministers. He's been trying to pawn me off.
No.
Maybe if I send him across an ocean, I'll find him.
That's so.
Here's my question. So, obviously, like anyone coming to the faith is the miraculous work of the Spirit. But how are you, like, what means is the Spirit using? Are there cultural factors that are leading to people now choosing church when it's been such a liberal, like, atheistic kind of secular mindset for so long?
I think we've tried a lot of tactics, haven't we? Like, getting out on the streets, calling people in, just putting it before people. I think that the fresh movement of the Spirit we're seeing is that even when we're doing all of that, people are coming in just off their own leaning, their own wanting to find out more. I'd say.
Yeah, in our community, there is a real lack of a sense of community because we're quite a diverse city that creates lines of division sometimes. And so there are less places for people to experience community, to enjoy community, and the gospel unites people. And so when they see that at work in a community, they're drawn to it, and which is what we're seeing. We're seeing people drawn to church because it's the place where God's people will be united around Jesus, and they feel that's attractive to people. And they should be, because that's what we're creating, is a community with God, with his people. People are drawn into that, which is a real blessing to see.
Across the races.
Yeah, without doubt, yeah.
Not just white Anglo-Saxons.
That's right. The beautiful thing about a diverse city is for all of the churches that are involved in Together for Mission, we want to reflect the community that we're in. So if you look at the different churches, they will reflect the nationalities of the city in that community.
Yeah.
Wonderful blessing.
That is great. I know my wife and I, we went door to door, knocking on doors. I can't tell you where, but it was in an area. It's a pretty good size area. And I was just so pleasantly surprised at how many folks just opened their doors, stood there, talked to us, engaged with us. And we got to pray with some. Some we gave, material to. We told about, the church, Turkey Street. There's a group of people over here that'll love you, that'll care for you, that have fellowship and community. And that's the attractive thing about the church. I even found that true when I came here to begin with, that I began to talk to the church about, seeming like a family and a community, and turn around. We don't do that now. Turn around and speak to somebody. But they caught it, and they do it to the point to where I had a guy the other day say, when we drove up on the property of that church, there was something different. We could sense it. We could know, something here was different. And a lot of it has to do with the fellowship of God's people. People don't realize how important that is. Because a visitor comes in, it's not going to be the sermon necessarily or the music. It's going to be how the people interact with each other.
Yeah, well, Jesus says that, doesn't he?
Yes.
As they love one another, you'll know that you're my disciples.
There you go. Gosh, isn't that funny how that goes back
That's
to the
amazing,
Bible?
isn't it? That's amazing.
This was right all along. He was. It really, as church members, like as people in the church, I think we take it for granted is the wrong thing. We lose sight of how meaningful that is for someone that has it been in a community with other people? And now in the post-COVID era, you know, this individualism, people feeling, isn't there a ministry of loneliness in it? Didn't you tell me that? I don't know. I'm looking at you like you're the authority on Britain. Isn't there like well, you're the resident authority, but now Britain is coming to us. So, isn't there like a minister of loneliness? Am I wrong about this? So someone is managing the loneliness of the people in
Yes, there
in
was
the
a
government?
yeah.
There
Did they
was.
stop
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's I mean, it is a major epidemic in itself in the UK, particularly the younger generation are the loneliest generation, even though they're the most connected generation.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lady come to church on Sunday morning who was lonely, tried to set up her own kind of little group, encountered a few Christians as she did that, and they said, well, why don't you not set up your own one? Come to ours. And so she came and she sobbed her way through church on Sunday morning because she'd never experienced anything like the church community, intergenerational, with, you know, people coming to say hi to her,
Yeah.
hearing the gospel preached, people uniting around Jesus. It just blew her away. So
Now you asked that question because you thought I'd made that up.
No, I'm just trying to make fun of
Okay, all right.
you. If it failed, isn't usually that I try to tell people I try to say that, and you know, the guys here like laugh at me all the times I repeat myself, but I try to tell that to the people of the church, like, guys, remember that this is unique.
Yeah.
Like, this is wild that you're standing shoulder to shoulder with someone who, like, I mean, not just from a different part of town, like you might not have even met them, like might have not even known who they are, and then you're standing shoulder to shoulder and you're singing. Like, that's, you know, and we don't sing at ball games like you guys do, you know. Like, singing is super unique in the United States. They were singing, they were sitting and were listening, and so yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that someone would come and be just so moved by the uniqueness of that act of worship.
absolutely.
And you know, it's the Spirit of God in me and the Spirit of God in you that crosses so many lines so fast, so quickly.
Yeah.
I knew the first time I met you, the Lord just spoke to me, you need to be invested into this guy in this ministry.
He must have thought I needed a lot of help.
No, I just felt that immediately the very first time I met you here years ago. And I'm so thankful we've been able to do what we can, and am just desirous that we're able to do more, want to do more.
Yeah. But I think from a God perspective, it was you having those feelings that was really the catalyst to Turkey Street starting, because there was a missing piece at that point, but it was you getting behind it that actually enabled us to take that final step towards calling Gareth, getting things set up.
I think y'all have one of the most unique ministries that I've ever seen, and one of the most effective. And God is using you in it. He's gifted you in an unusual way. I admire it. I respect it. I dislike you because of it. No.
Airing it all out.
No, sir.
That's what this is for.
It makes me sick. No, I wish I had the ability and the gifting of being able to draw young guys together and coordinate and teach and do what you do to move them all in one direction. And I saw that last September, and I thought, this is a marvelous move of God in this place.
Yeah.
And I'm an Anglophile. If you hadn't figured out, just like Churchill was a Francophile, I'm an Anglophile. You know, so I love all things British. I love y'all's monarchy and all of that. I don't want one, but I love y'all. So
Love it from a distance.
well,
Like grandkids, you can just give them back.
You can enjoy them for a while.
I'm fascinated with your history.
So what? I know we're going to hear a lot of this tomorrow night. We at the big, you know, we're the official One Mission kickoff. But why don't you guys talk to us a little bit about what's coming next for your ministry? Is there another church plan on the horizon?
Yeah, I think at the moment, because we're quite a small unit, we don't, you know, we obviously want to take steps of faith, but we also want to consolidate and keep strong what we've got. So at the moment, we're about kind of bedding in Turkey Street. We've appointed our first joint trainee across our churches. So that's kind of our the Lord's provided for that, and we want to see those established. But as we look kind of down the line, looking down the runway, we'd love to appoint another trainee. So we'd love to have like a 3-year cycle of trainees.
That's so good.
We would love to be thinking about where we're going to plant next. So we've already got some thoughts on that. We're hoping actually that another more established church will join our partnership, and I think that would really help kind of strengthen it, and then that would potentially help us to then resource the new church plant, wherever that may be. And just one of the things we always do as a partnership is just pray, Lord, what next? So we're just constantly seeking Him for what's next, because I think everything we've done, some has been strategic, but some of it has just been praying, Lord, what next? And then He brings the opportunity that we then seek to grasp and take hold of. So I think that's probably where we're heading for as a partnership of churches.
Right. That's a great prayer point for us, just to pray that another well-resourced in your area is going to be able to step up.
Y'all had, I think it was Rich that preached at Turkey Street. And I came back and I challenged our church. I said, you've got the 7. I said, we ought to have 7 people out of our church go this year and simultaneously all 7 preach in all 7 of those
That'd be amazing.
points, so that just to have the experience that there's a sense of unity between all of us.
Love that.
And so I've challenged the church to do it. I hope. I've had several guys mention to me that they wanted to go and they wanted to preach. Yeah, you were one, Corey. You were one that said you want to go and do that.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a possibility.
We'd love that. Yeah. Let's make that happen.
Good. We'll do.
You've already started writing all those messages?
Yeah, I'm writing them as hard as I can. Now, I have a hard enough time writing my own.
Tell me.
Well, this has been great hanging with you guys.
Yeah, it has.
It's great to come away from this with like a thing that we can have some focused prayer on, and I know we'll get to talk more tomorrow night. So as we go away, what's next for you guys? I know that you're going to be encouraged. You're going to connect with the other.
What's next here at One Mission?
What are you doing next? You get to go to a meeting?
I'm afraid I haven't
y'all are going to
digested
be in
the
meetings all day.
schedule. How do you say it?
Schedule.
Schedule.
Oh, schedule. God,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, or a diary. We're having a diary.
Yes, I heard that story.
Yeah.
Yes, that a true missionary needs to have a messy diary.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, we did.
That was
hear
interpreted very differently.
Yeah.
Which I'll leave up to your imagination.
Yeah. Anyway, but I think we're meeting with the other missionaries today.
Yeah.
And then preparing for tomorrow night. I think that's 2 hours job.
Yeah.
We got some time together on Thursday as mission.
Y'all got a great guy, Josh.
Excellent guy.
From Las Vegas. What's his?
Oh, yeah.
Carter. Josh Carter.
Carter, yeah.
He is He is great. He does a great job with something I'm wanting really the church here to get involved in. But great guy.
Is he here?
He's here.
Oh, that's great.
He's here. He's going to be talking to y'all today, and then I'll be up there in a little bit. I've got to go back to the office and continue to go over what I'm going to do.
Excellent.
Well, we're going to wrap this up here and give Pastor time to begin writing those 7 or 8 messages we were talking about. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope that this just whets your appetite for everything we're going to give out tomorrow night at the One Mission kickoff, 6:30. Come early.
And then the time of commitment Sunday.
That's right. Normal service times, but we got to commit.
That's right.
How should
Will
we
you be there?
this?
What your normal?
How would you say goodbye in America?
How would I say goodbye in American?
Yeah.
In Americanese?
You should say it in English, British English,
okay.
and we'll say it in American English.
See ya.
All right. What do you say? Well, it's been very nice spending this time with you, and I'm about to leave and go sweep some chimneys.
Toodle pip. Let's say ta-ra.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. What do we say? How do you say goodbye?
See y'all later.
See y'all.
Thank you,
See y'all.
There you go.
Delivery, Gareth.